how many of you were punished by a professor or canceled by a club, something significant, because your point of view was not the same as the professor's point of view or the same as a group of students' point of view? Who's actually faced it in this room? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same number of Republicans and Democrats. 5 Republicans, 4 Democrats. So what's the problem?
The example of the bill in Florida denying all government, all the state advantages that the Disney had. I think it's a difference when a company is using where they're essentially living in Florida's house. They give them a seat in the house, and then they're going to go in to interfere with something that actually isn't even based out of their state. It's a California company. So guess what? You go ahead and bite the hand that feeds you. Is going to pull back. I don't consider that canceling. I consider it, hey, get what you got going to you.
So you started to laugh at him, which is something that you all mentioned before. I know he wasn't telling a joke. Why were you laughing?
No, I was laughing at Christian's enthusiasm.
Corporations should not be retaliated against for expressing views on issues by government actors financially in order to corral them onto their side in a culture war.
Which you used to believe. This is a Republican point of view that a Democrat is articulating.
I am saying that having the lieutenant governor of Florida go on the air and openly admit it's a quid pro quo of them breaking from the Republicans on this issue and then having Disney be punished by the Republican Party for expressing a socially or culturally different view in order to threaten other companies into falling in line with them. That type of regulation comes straight out of platforms similar to the Italian fascist platform. Absolutely.
Do you actually mean
liberal.
that?
It's an
Italian fascism.
Italian fascism.
Is that the words you want to say in a discussion like this? Or do you want to take it back? I'm asking you a specific question, Italian fascism. I'm a language guy. Do you want to accuse them of that? Yes or no?
It was a simile. I didn't say it was.
You said it was
okay,
like
fine. It is illiberal and goes against free exchanges of ideas.
Then why did you use that term?
Because corporatism is used historically by Latin American fascist governments.
Once again, with the fascism term.
I'm not saying this as an insult.
Did you use that phrase? Did you not? We can play the tape back.
I played the tape back. I didn't call him a fascist.
You said it was like fascism, like Italian fascism.
Yeah, I'm sticking by it. My point is correct. I'm saying that policy is similar to policies that were in, for example, the Italian fascist platform, meant to corral the business community onto one political side.
If you got something to say to him, say it. Stop doing it through him. How do you want to respond to him? Go ahead.
As someone who's not a part of either the USC GOP or the Democratic Club, like I know Dr. Phil, big fan, by the way. You're super I know that you said that you found this to be respectful, but for me personally, like to use Colby's word, this is kind of horrifying. Like this doesn't seem to be like a politics issue. It seems like you guys just fundamentally don't like each other as people. It seems like this is going beyond your political beliefs and is really being like an assault on both sides of your characters.
Is this not an example of passion?
No, it goes beyond passion. I'm confident in that. I know what I'm saying.
Do you buy this?
By the way, I said that before we started using similes like Italian fascism.
There's no point to using words like that on both sides other than trying to get your point across.
Why do you think people on this side are this passionate or post-passionate to the point of like what you believe is aggression and anger? And I fully will believe and understand that because, yeah, some of what's happened to you, what you've been explaining sounds fucking horrifying. Sorry. It's horrifying and that sucks. But why do you think people have this response towards conservative politics when we feel the exact same way about conservative politics, that we feel that we're getting this response from conservative people?
I don't think it's so much a political issue. Like, yes, politics got radicalized on both sides, yes. but it's a generational issue. We have the attention span worse than a goldfish. People cannot even watch a 15-second TikTok. I'm surprised everyone is still here, right? How can people actually engage in a conversation that, it's for 2 hours if we can't even watch a 15-second TikTok? It's a generational issue.
I think that this conversation has brought out some of the worst in both sides, in vocabulary, but also just where both sides are getting pretty riled up, right? And that's just not my experience with Republicans on campus. And I really hope that that's not your overall experience with Democrats on campus. I mean, I think I'm getting to know everybody and I'm feeling a lot more empathetic towards your point of view.
Can I respond to that?
But I want Dr.
Oh yeah,
Phil
let
to go.
Dr. Phil go first.
I'm wondering, are you trying to win an argument, make your point, and get it across, bang, 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 or are you trying to solve a problem, reach a common ground? Because I felt like for a while there was some problem solving going on, and then I think it deteriorated into trying to win an argument.
Were you trying to win an argument or were you trying to solve a problem?
I think we try to win arguments as part of trying to solve a larger problem.
His point is important. The best thing that you all have done on this side is that you ask questions, because that will both, through the question, you'll get a better understanding of where they come from. And in the way that you frame the question, you're boxing them in a little bit. So you're doing both at the same time, but you're giving them the chance to be heard. And on your side, there are several of you who are really reaching out to that side, who are trying to find that common ground because there's a humanity. My life is about conflict resolution now. And I believe that we are far worse today because of our previous president, and I now say so publicly, because he never saw conflict he didn't want to engage and provoke and make much, much worse. And there was a time when I didn't want to say that because I did not want to get the shit of him and all the people who support him, and it just wasn't worth it. And then I realized the damage that he'd done to you all. There are several people over here. You want them to feel what you felt, but you want to punish them for what you felt, as opposed to establish empathy. We don't spend enough time trying to walk in each other's shoes. We don't spend enough time trying to learn each other's challenges. You have been blessed with instant information, instant friendships, instant everything across the globe. And what do? You find a reason to beat each other up.